Hey, what's up YouTube? Jeremiah Hersey here. Welcome back to the next PL 300 test prep question. Today we're going to be looking at a question relating to key influencers. I got a request to make this video. So we're going to be looking in at what the key influencers visualization does and how to identify those influencers inside the visualization. Let's go ahead and get started. So here I am in my Power BI desktop, and you can see that we have a key influencer visualization here. And so what we're doing is we're analyzing profit. You can see profit over here on the right hand side. We want to understand what influences the increase of profit. And so notice up here at the top we have the option to show increase, and there's also going to be an option to show decrease as well. So we want to understand what are the key influencers that are going to cause us to increase profit, because that's our goal, right? To always increase profit. So if you look over here in the visualization pane, you're going to see this section that says explain by. So the explain by section, these are your influencers. So anything that you put into this explain by section is going to be a influencer in your visualization. And we can see over here that we have category, buying group, and customer being unknown or NA is a influencer currently inside this visualization. And so if we don't want these three columns to necessarily be an influencer, but still affect the analysis to a certain level, then we can move those into the expand by section, which is down here at the bottom. So the expand by section allows you to look at more leveled information, and so it's not necessarily going to be an influencer, but it can help give us that detailed information. And you can also put your aggregations down here as well. And so anything that has a summarization, you want to put down here. And so notice that as I add influencers to this explain by section, so if I grab employee here and I drop it in, it's going to reanalyze my key influencers here, and we no longer see that customer, buying group, or category at the very top. Notice as soon as we add a new influencer, it's going to change my visualization. Furthermore, if I drop in the category from the expand by section and the buying group, what you're going to notice is that it is removed as a key influencer. So as I scroll down here, you can see that it is no longer here at the bottom, because what's happening is as you add values into the expand by section, it's not an influencer, it is a level setting tool. So I want to set my influencers, which are these up here in the explain by section. So anything in here is an influencer. Anything down below is going to be the level at what you want to see. And so as we understand how this key influencer visualization is going to change, the more we add into this explain by section, the more influencers are going to be found, and the more our visualization is going to change. So let's say I add region into the explain by section. It then takes region into account, and sometimes our visualization is not going to change, and that just means that it is not a key influencer for your profit in this case, or whatever metric that you're looking at. So here we're looking at profit, and so region didn't really change anything, and so it's telling me that that is not a key influencer for my profit to increase. So let's go ahead and take a look at the test prep question. It says you have a report in Power BI desktop. You add key influencers visual as shown in the following exhibit. And so we can see here that we are looking at attrition and we're adding these values here. Notice all these different values here in the influencer category. And so we have age, business travel, daily rate, department, distance from home, education, job satisfaction, and overtime. But really what we can see here in this key influencer visualization is really the key influencer for everything relating to attrition is going to be overtime. So if overtime is yes, this is going to increase the attrition. And so we understand that any values added to this explained by section is going to cause us to find more influencers potentially. So let's scroll down to our question. So it says use the drop down arrows to choose our answer choice. Identify additional factors that increase attrition can be achieved by what? So the key here is understanding how to identify additional factors. So these are essentially your influencers. So how can we find additional influencers that will increase attrition? So remember, the key influencers visualization, its goal is to help you understand what is going to cause your value to either increase or decrease. And so as we look at our answer choices here, we have turn on cross report. We don't want to do that. And cross report just allows the visualizations across reports to interact with each other. We're not focused on that. We're focused on how do we get additional factors to increase attrition. The next one says add more fields to explain by, add more fields to expand by, or move fields from explain by to expand by. So let's focus in on these two down here that deal with expand by. So once again, expand by is for the level setting. It's the detailed level at which your influencers are going to be analyzed. And so our goal for this first part of the question is to identify additional factors. That is a key influencer. So in order to find additional influencers, that is going to be the second option here, adding more fields in explain by. So the more fields we add into explain by, the additional factors are going to be taken into consideration that are key influencers of increasing that attrition. And then the second part says employee attrition is blank times greater when the employee works overtime. So let's look at our question up here at the top. Let's look at what levels they're at. So in our visual here, we're at 0.1 for overtime is no. And here at the top, we're at 0.3. So to get from 0.1 to 0.3, that value here, and it's talking about times greater, so we're talking about multiplication here. So the correct answer here would be 3. 3 times 0.1 is going to give us 0.3. So to find additional factors, we're going to be adding more fields into the explain by section, and our attrition rate is going to be 3 times when employees work overtime. I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. I'll see you in the next one.